I'm going to speak just briefly about this extra credit project you could do, the multi-column extra credit project. The CSS3 multi-column elements module is another one of the new layout modules which has come out just in the last couple of years in CSS. It's extremely useful for very specific things. It's perhaps less generally as useful as Flexbox, which you do have an exercise in, and you will have an exercise in coming up, and you've already done some reading about. I think it's great to know. I'm not sure at this point exactly how much browser support there is for it. In other words, there's newer things that come up. There's not as much browser support for them. Sometimes they don't work on older browsers. But I'm sure it's becoming a bit more mainstream now. So it's a bit cutting edge, maybe, but it's also something new enough that it's not in our textbook. In fact, you'll see if you use the link on Moodle, you're going to go to this site here, which is supplemental articles. These are other articles that there wasn't room in the textbook for, as if the textbook wasn't big enough. It's enormous and it's jam-packed. But this multi-column layout's long PDF, chapter-sized PDF, a whole nother chapter for the textbook on this topic. So if you download this PDF and you read it carefully, and then the extra credit would be, this is a self-directed extra credit project. You read the attached chapter, you create your own extra credit file in a root folder. You may make up the text, grab text from some other source, or better yet, use lorem ipsum. What's lorem ipsum? Lorem ipsum is something from way back in the dark old days of text only, actually way back, when the idea of needing filler or placeholder text, when it was actually set by hand with cold type and old-fashioned printing presses and so on. That's where that idea comes from, and you can learn more about the history of lorem ipsum at sites like this or others. This is a lorem ipsum generator. You can generate any amount of it, or you can just grab chunks of it here. This is essentially just dummy text. So you can generate lorem ipsum. You'd say I want about 14 paragraphs of lorem ipsum and generate it, and it's going to give it to me here, and I can select it all and paste it in, and it tells me how many words there are and all that sort of stuff. And you can learn about lorem ipsum here some more. So you want some dummy text? This is a place to get it. And where am I? Oh, I guess I got to go back now. Yeah, okay. Oh, come on. All right, so I suggest you use a significant amount of type. Consider some kinds of headings in it, such as I've used in the text, such as would be used in text. The amount of extra credit you get is going to depend on how many multi-column features you use. You can create a basic structure using column count and column width for extra credit that will replace one lower missing grade. Alternatively, as usual, if you don't have a lower missing grade to deal with, I would just give you as much as 20 points on another assignment. Or you could use a more complex structure using an image, the gap feature, balance, maybe spanning, maybe breaks. These will make more sense when you read the chapter. And that'll be worth like 2 lower missing grades or 2 extra 20 points on an assignment. Name this multi-name.html, use or some other name like that. Zip it and put in the extra credit folder. And in this case, I have an extra credit folder made just for this, which is in this week here. But this is not due until the end of the semester, so you have a long time to work on it if you wish.